Hello everybody, and welcome to Tuesday Night Modeling here on Top Tech Productions, played at GameSwap Mason and part of the Tuesday Night Modeling League. I'm your host Jake Valentine, joined as always by the wonderfully charming and always pleasant Adam Olds.
Ahoy, ahoy.
Ahoy, ahoy. And David Wisenberg on the right, Crackling Ironworks. He is the defending champion from the July Model League. He missed out last week, but recently moved. I heard him mention recently that he sold his foil ad nauseum deck to furnish his living room.
Yeah, it's negative EV.
Why is
very good? Because being that I'm recently a bachelor again, I find material possessions drag you down in life. Alright, Jake's running away. He has to do something. We got David Wisenberg and KCI, his bread and butter, against Benjamin Bastin on Gruul Moon. Gruul Moon's an interesting deck choice. Probably gonna give a slight nod to KCI because they're a more straightforward combo deck. Keep in mind, I have no idea what actually Ben's playing. Although I think I see a Dragon Lord of Tarka in his hand, so it's probably some form of ramp. So Ben leads off the forest into a elf. David the Darksteel Citadel into Chromatic Star and passes back. Yeah, I think Ben is just ramping into some Durgans with some Stone Rains.
Yeah, I think I was playing this deck Friday, and it looked a lot like the Ponza deck, but I didn't see the land destruction in it. I know Ben's been on this sort of green-red Blood Moon Haymaker strategy for quite a while.
How do you say your name? Is it Vykuski? We're probably not going to get that right, but hello from the United States to Poland.
I called it Red-Green Dragons. I like Gruul Moon a lot.
Teddy, did you get your guru yet? And, yeah, Robert is at home.
Robert's starting school up pretty soon. It's that wonderful time of year as an adult where all the kiddies go back to school and all the college boys go back to school.
Yeah, I graduated like
college boys and girls are
13 years ago.
Are back at it again in the university.
We're gonna go Utopia Sprawl on the forest to net some manners. Looks like Ben's gonna follow this up with a Blood Moon. So see how much this impacts David. Again,
do you think it impacts him at all?
It only impacts him with Inventor's Fair and Buried Rune. You can win without that. Polish is so hard. Yeah, I don't even. So I'm more familiar with Romance languages. Obviously, I don't think Polish is a Romance language. So I imagine it's pretty difficult.
It's like Ben
needs a comeback. In fact, actually won the Invitational.
It did, yes. So
it
thank you,
well.
Twerking Seagull, for the follow there. So Feck's in this interesting place to where these KCI type decks, these non-interactive straight up linear combo decks, are doing well, and Feck can sneak in under the bridge and steal some games.
Ben with the beatdown.
Send them a message. Well. But Ben's got another Blood Moon in hand. He does. He's got a Dragon Lord of Tarka, Blood Moon, and I don't know that. Is that a Fiery Impulse, or I can't quite make out that last card.
It's Fire Impulse. Maybe Magma Spray?
Possibly that as well.
We're over the Burn Willows, aka a mountain coming to play.
Yes. David's got 3 mountains.
He's got a Inventor's Fair up, and there's the KCI. Are they mountain artifacts? I believe they're artifact mountains.
I think they're just mountains.
Is anybody a judge in the chat? We're talking about Darksteel Citadel
with Blood Moon.
Blood Moon. Is it an artifact mountain or just a mountain? Jake's gonna Google that.
So David with the
because it actually matters right now.
Yes.
I think it's an artifact mountain. They're artifacts. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Rob agrees with me.
Yeah, that is pretty important because
right,
otherwise
so
he can't sack them.
Promo Scrap Trawler.
Yes, Blood Moon does not remove the artifact type. It just makes it a mountain that happens to be an artifact.
Nice. Okay, so he has a small loop going here.
This is turn 3 on the draw there for David too.
Sack it for 2 mana. He draws another Ichor Wellspring, which is good. Draw a card. All right, so it looks like he's off to the races. He's just missing a Mirror Retriever here.
Correct.
So what he's going to do is he's going to start sacking the Mind Stones and the Ichor Wellsprings to go down the chain to get Star and then EE. Thankfully, Star lets him draw a card.
Another Scrap
Trawler, so I imagine I'll just play it. 80% here to win for KCI. Maybe higher. Yeah, Silder, I completely agree. He's just looking for a specific piece. Of course, he could crap out because he, you know.
So does he need Strap Trawler and Mirror Retriever, or is it good enough for just the Strap Trawlers?
He can dig, but he's not. Eventually, he'll he wants to be able to sack all 3 artifacts at the same time, right? Go back multiple. Okay, there's a 3rd scrap trawler. Because he can run out with the double Ichor and double scrap trawler, so he can dig awful far. But without the mirror retriever, he can't. He's still looking for a payoff card. And at the moment, he's not able to make red until he gets back this star.
So essentially, he can dig, but he can't fully combo without the mirror retriever, no matter how many strap trawlers he has.
His other problem is he's going to... He can't make any red mana, because every time he sacks, he'll deck himself with this loop currently. So the star makes you draw a card. So basically, he wants to draw everything, and then he needs to find a Mox Opal.
He just found the Mox Opal.
So the Mox Opal's plus 3 mana, because you play it, tap it for a color, and then sack it for 2 mana. So a 0 mana artifact ritual. KCI stands for Crack Clan Ironworks. It's the top card. Looks at Giant Mouth under David's deck. It's a 4 mana artifact. It says sack an artifact, get 2 mana, 2 colorless mana.
If you have any questions, Working Seagull, we'll answer them for you. We're going to bring up the card there so you can see it with your own eyes instead of just listening to it. The 5th Dawn artifact. I enjoy playing like a jank type of deck, like Glaze Fiend combo with sort of make up the Foundry, but this KCI deck that can just draw through its entire deck and keep bringing back a Pirate Spellbomb as his win condition is far more efficient than that ever was.
The important card he has out here is Scrap Trawler. Scrap Trawler is a 3 mana artifact. It's a 3/2.
I believe so.
It says when a artifact is put in the graveyard, you can return an artifact with CMC less than that artifact. So that's what he's doing here. He's just kind of shortcutting.
And he found the mirror retriever.
So there's Scrap Trawler. It's from
Eighth Revolt.
Eighth Revolt. Thank you. The other part of the combo here is he found Mirror Retriever. Mirror Retriever is a 2 mana artifact. It's a 1/1. It says when it's put in the graveyard, bring another artifact back to your hand. So the combo here is because Magic's weird. When you announce casting a spell, as long as it's not CMC 0, you still can retain priority and pay for costs. So what you end up doing is you cast an artifact, just not a 0 cost, and to pay the cost, you can sack Scrap Trawler and Mirror Retriever at the same time. The Mirror Retriever will bring back the Scrap Trawler. The Scrap Trawler will get 2 triggers. It'll get 2 or less, and then 1 or less. So he'll start getting back 2 cards every time.
As Silja mentions in chat, this deck is pretty great and pretty broken, but I feel like it has a sort of weakness to Infect, just because it doesn't interact, and Infect can just kill you out of nowhere. And I feel like it's a little slower than Storm by like maybe a turn.
Now he's just explaining that he has a loop, so he gets to draw his entire deck.
Pirate Spellbomb, the very last card of his deck.
So this deck plays 1 win condition. It's Pirate Spellbomb. So he makes infinite mana, right? Because at some point he'll stop drawing cards because he doesn't have to sack a star anymore, and then he'll make infinite mana, returning the Mox Opals again and again and again and again. Again, every Mox Opal that's back is 3 mana because it's 1 to tap it and 2 colorless. And then he's just going to keep looping Pirate Spellbomb. Pirate Spellbomb is a 1 mana artifact that you can pay red, tap it, and sack it to 2 damage. Yeah, I think KCI is on the very end of the spectrum where you don't want to interact with anybody. I'm sorry, you don't have to tap it, it's just sacrificing it. KCI is good because you don't interact.
Yes. We often refer to Modern as a deck that's 2 ships passing in the night. Generally, that's a little hyperbolic because there's some interaction in some of these decks. Not in KCI. You're just doing your own thing. Like
they can interact afterboard. David showed me his hotness. He's playing Psy, Master Thopterist.
It's pretty good.
In the sideboard, he was quite excited about it. I can't imagine too many matchups where he'd actually bring it in. It looks like he has a Galvanic Blast in his sideboard, which is also interesting. Here's Psy Master Thopter, 719. It's a 1/4 for 3, 2 and a blue. It says whenever you cast an artifact spell, create a 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature token with flying, and you can pay 1 and a blue, sack to artifact, draw a card. So his only goal here is to make an army of 1/1s and then kill you the next turn.
It's seeing a lot of playing standard in this mono blue Storm deck.
I think that deck is sweet. I hate that they call it Storm.
It's because, you know,
there's no Storm mechanic.
I mean, there is Aetherflux Reservoir, so technically it kind of is Storm-ish.
I mean, we call Affinity.
Yeah, it's like we call Affinity with no Affinity cards in it. But the more I interact with that mono blue outcome deck, which might be a better name for it, is it doesn't care about Influx Reservoir. It's only running one as a win condition. It cares about this card right here to the point where if this card resolves, then you're pretty much almost always dead unless you have a way to interact with it. Because the problem is, Sai is a 1/4, and a lot of the mass removal in the format currently, Bontis Reckoning notwithstanding, you know, it's not seeing play, is that, you know, Smoking Suns deals 3. Yeah, his expertise is next 3, next 3. They don't kill Sai. They kill the floppers, but not Sai. Yeah, or
it's not very mana efficient. Plus, it's not a good way. If you're using a 1-for-1 removal on Sai, you're probably not.
You have to do it immediately.
Yeah, as soon as you get any sort of value out of it, especially just because the deck it's in. The deck's a combo deck. Hey, Ren, can you move the card preview or move the chat up?
Yeah, the only way to deal with it is a card like Revolted Fatal Push and Energy Efficient Hardest Lightning. You can't cast down it because it's a legend. You can't upright it because it's 4 toughness.
Yeah, like the mono blue deck's been around for a little bit, but it's just recently picked up steam, finding its more optimal build.
Yes.
It can beat the aggro decks, which is very interesting because I've seen lots of people stream the deck, and they're usually winning when they're like 16 or 15, so it's surprising. It does take some setup work, but the kill is just very clean with Influx Reservoir.
Okay, so I mentioned earlier that David is the defending July champion of the Mono League. This is a new month for the Mono League. League 1 was last week. If you missed out on any of it, you can check out youtube.com/Top Deck Production stream. Also, about to check the replays. Standings are also available at topdeckproductions.com. We got Patrick Aguilar in first place with 12 points, Andy Falk and Austin Friedley in second place with 10 points each, and then a whole mess of people tied for fourth place. James Wynn, Terrell Flowers, Billy Caminos, Dakota Howell, Chuck Bredenberger all have 9 points each. They're playing for cash prizes this month. $100 was the first place. Second gets 50, third and fourth will get $25 for the trebles. List, like, it's not Ponza. He's not running land destruction. He's like a red-green Blood Moon deck, like a ramp into Haymakers, like a Chandra Torch of Defiance, and some dragons as well.
So he's like the prison deck without the prison elements.
Yeah, we saw, I think, Stony Silence played against KCI recently, and just it didn't matter in the end, obviously.
Well, it didn't matter because Billy hates me for saying this, but you can play out your hand.
Yes.
You can just play out your cards and just say go, go, go until you actually just draw your Nature's Claim.
We're also being told 100% there was no obvious land destruction to Ben's deck. And
Gruul Moon's fine.
Yeah, Gruul Moon's fine. It's a Blood Moon deck that's not controlling like Blue Moon. It's playing Gruul type cards. I really like to name a lot for Gruul Moon.
I'd probably just name it Red Green Ramp.
Well, that's boring.
I mean, it talks about what the deck does. The same thing they think of Leyline Nature's Claim. Yeah,
Nature's Claim, very important card. We see some of these sideboards for a deck like KCI or Tron that can deal with a card like Stony Silence. Told the Sarkin, the new Sarkin is in Benjamin's deck as well.
Is it? Card's hotness.
Speaking of the devil, there it is. There is Sarkin from Core 19. Let's pull it up on your screen Sarkin for you to see it with your very own eyes, your very own special eyes. We're going to see what Ben does here. I imagine he wants to loot a little bit.
Well, I don't see any dragon spells.
No dragon spells just yet. There are in the deck, though. There is Sarkin Fire Blood. 1 red. It's 3-mana Planeswalker, and there is a general assumption about these 3-mana Planeswalkers. It may not defend itself, but it lets you loot. So you have to discard and draw. You get to ramp into some dragon spells, and if you get the ultimate, then congratulations. You get 4 5/5 dragons.
Looks like Ben's just passing back. He's sandbagging his Ancient Grudge. Yeah, he did have Dragonlord Tarka.
Yes.
Seems like it takes a lot of effort to get to Dragonlord Tarka in his deck because he looks like he has some ramp with the elf, but.
Thank you, No Mystery God, for the follow. Appreciate you for tuning in tonight. There is Dragonlord Tarka. It was a standard staple in the Red King ramp decks back in the day. The 7-mana 8/8 with flying and trample, and it deals some damage. Not going to deal much damage to David's creatures because he's not, running any of them. But still, it's an efficient beater. It puts a serious clock on David. Let's see what Ben has here. He's got some serious mana at his disposal if he has the dragon. He's got 2 Ancient Grudges.
2 Ancient Grudges, and David currently does not have a way to deal with the Sarkin.
No, he's just going to tick it up. I imagine he's going to discard a land and draw another brand new card.
Ben also has to be careful because the problem with artifact removal against KCI is that most of the artifacts do something when they are put in the graveyard. Speaking of the devil, both Star and Ichor Wellspring both draw a card when they put in the graveyard. He could target Mox Opal. Mox Opal is actually very important. So I think he's thinking about that right now.
He can turn for a target with the straw, however, he does not have the target in hand. He will Ancient Grudge.
He goes after the Opal. Which I agree with. I wouldn't kill either thing. He can, but I think because he has 2 copies of Ancient Grudge, he probably wants to wait till David resolves.
He's just going to take it up and not draw.
Yeah, it resizes the screen, so it's kind of difficult. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, we kind of modeled that one after like the Star City one, where it just goes a focus in the screen itself, makes the screen a little smaller. We used to have it where it just like fades in on the screen itself. It's a mirror retriever from David.
See, this seems like a
juice. Would you say this is a juicy target for Ancient Grudge?
Well, I'm probably going to try to kill it in his end step. I don't. When David says go, I'm going to kill it. If he does it anywhere besides his end step, David's going to get back an artifact and be able to replay it. So it looks like that's what Ben doing. David's just going to return the Mox Opal because that card is actually extremely important. It looks like it's still in the middle of David's turn. So David still has a KCI in hand. But
no, it was David's turn.
Okay, good.
Blood Moon the turn there. See, we'll turn off the Avenger Sphere, but will not change these Dark Steel Citadels. They'll still be artifacts.
So the question that Ben's going to have to ask himself is if it's going to be worth tapping out to play this Tarka.
He doesn't have the Tarka.
Okay, he doesn't have a Tarka. Oh, well, if he had a Tarka.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have a threat right now. So I think I'm looting this Blood Moon away. It just doesn't do enough. For David to Inventor's Race, he has to have KCI out and a lot of mana to sack to it. I mean, it's actually just 4, but, 2 artifacts. So if David untaps and plays KCI, he can tap Mox Opal, tap 3 lands, play KCI. So he's going to activate Inventor's Fair. So now he's leaving up only 1 piece of interaction here. I don't actually like playing the Blood Moon because, again, I am a fan of leaving up 2 pieces of interaction.
Or is the illusion of 2 pieces of interaction?
He actually has 3 pieces because he has the flashback on the Ancient Grudge and an Ancient Grudge in hand. So I definitely don't cast anything on Ben here. I go to loop, but I keep it in my hand. I think David has double KCI. Yeah, Soder. Yeah, I don't like playing the Blood Moon. I don't think it's impactful enough. Yeah, he's actually thinking about casting this here. I don't think this is going to work out well for Ben. I think Ben needed to be more patient. That's indestructible.
But it loses the type.
Okay.
It just becomes an artifact mountain.
It's not going to work out well for him, though. I reached... Cracked. Blood Moon. Yeah.
At first, like, he's tapping on it. Oh, wait.
No, the problem is Ben knows he got back a Mox Opal. So if he has land, David can go land Mox Opal, play KCI. Right? And then he just goes to town. He'll land, Mox Opal. And also, he's shown his hand here because Ben's now hellbent, meaning he has no cards in hand. He has 2 grudges in his graveyard.
So he kind of has some cards in hand, but currently that's it. David's working with perfect information.
He's tapped out, so David's running the numbers here. Very good with the deck. I think ultimately he's probably going to try to go for it this turn because it's not going to get any better.
Correct.
This is the optimal time. He can make 4 mana. He can sack things, go to town. He can make. He's missing Scrap Trawler. Yeah, but he has 2 draws at it, Sildra.
Yes, sir. Here we go.
Board. He has 2 draws. He has the Retriever. He has the Ichor Wellspring of the Star.
We have to draw 1 card.
And especially if there's a backup KCI, he's probably...
It's Spell Bomb.
He's probably okay doing it.
Yeah, I feel like the backup KCI makes this decision a lot easier for David.
He can also just cycle the Spell Bomb. He can play it and then sack it. Sack it to its ability.
So I think he has a Spell Bomb, a KCI, I think a Forest in hand, and then the Adventurer's Fair. He'll play the Spell Bomb. We'll draw a card.
Was that right?
There is a Nature's Claim.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's 4 cards in hand. I want to say one of those is a Forest. So
yeah. So now he's making a decision. Does he keep going for it?
I don't feel good going for it.
He's going to lose his KCI, and he's probably going to lose Mox Opal.
I don't like going for it from David.
Well, here's another card in hand. Well,
but he does.
I probably just leave the board state because if I'm Ben, I'm probably killing Mox Opal, and I'm going to kill the KCI first, and then I'm going to kill the Mox Opal.
Yeah, absolutely.
If we do it the other way around, I'm just going to sack my Mox Opal. It doesn't actually matter because you can't get back anything. But those are probably my targets. I'm probably going to let David untap with just the Ichor Wellspring.
He's going to see what we get.
David decides to go for it and
Grove of the Burnwillows.
So now he's left with kind of not a great hand. A bunch of lands. And nothing else going on. So pretty gutsy move by Ben. Worked out though. I think his win condition here is just ultimate this Sarkin and kill you.
I'd like to credit him from Ben. He knew that the Dark Citadel would become a live, just killable target with Blood Moon. He played it and played into it. He's playing to win. He's playing to win the game, which is.
I just don't like killing something. I just don't like killing his land.
He's got to kill the land again. Do you think he just doesn't care about KCI?
Well, so if I know anything about David's deck, I know that David needs green mana. So he's thinking about it here. I just don't care about killing his Darksteel Citadel. Every artifact that he plays with the KCI, he can just net mana. It doesn't like the rest of these lands are superfluous because he can't search, right? He can't Inventor's Fair.
Yeah, because it's a mountain.
So
here's a Glory Bringer.
Glory Bringer, all right.
So he chipped away at David's mana base a bit. Now he's attacking for 4 each and every turn, and next turn he's Sarkin's at 7. Sarkin's at ultimate range.
David still has 2 turns. Okay, there's an EE. Still can't dig for anything.
Yeah, he can't do anything.
He can't unlock his lands though. He has a Nature's Claim.
But at that point, what does that do?
So he did not have haste. I think it's going to wait 1 more turn. It does. It's +2 mana. Yeah, so he's just going to say go. Next turn, he's going to play the EE for 0. He's going to Nature's Claim. He'll probably just Nature's Claim the Blood Moon at the end of turn, and then he's going to EE for 0, and then he's just going to go off because that unlocks his Inventor's Fair.
That's only 2 artifacts.
You don't need it. You don't.
You need 3 artifacts to activate Inventor's Fair.
To gain life or to search?
Yes, I want to say the answer to that question is yes.
Can we bring up Inventor's Fair? Oh, it's both. Okay. Sarkin the Dragon guy from.
Yeah, there it is, the Kaladesh land. Being your upkeep, you control artifacts, you gain 1 life.
So he has 2 in hand.
You also have to pay 4 and tap it.
Yeah, that's the what I was focusing on, the 4 and tap part. So David just has to draw 1 artifact.
And there you go, this is Sarkin, ready to ultimate. David Lucker saying, Sarkin the Dragon guy for M19. That's pretty much what it is.
Hope it is a do or die for David. He's going to Nature's Claim the Blood Moon.
I'm hoping that transition gets. We're looking to move from XSplit to OBS as a streaming platform. I'm hoping it gets a little bit better, transition-wise, for that cut to the current image. Yeah, David's going to game 4 of the Nature's Claim. It is 16. Draws another Nature's Claim.
That's not what he's looking for.
Not what he's looking for at all. Plays a. Here it is for 0. But again, he can't.
Problem is, if he had 1 more artifact, he could do it. Yeah, so he's just going to die. Oh no, E for 0 kills all the tokens. What am I talking about?
Oh, that it does.
This is E for 0.
Goodbye tokens, but David's at 8. And he doesn't have much help on the top of his deck just yet, and he got rid of another artifact, so he's even further away from activating.
No, that's another Sarkin.
Activating this Inventor's Fair, and Ben drew another Sarkin, so he's going to draw more cards.
Mox Opal would let him do it.
Mox Opal gives you. No, he still needs a 3rd artifact.
No, so you play Mox Opal.
Yes.
You tap all 4 mana. You play
KCI number 2.
KCI number 2. You play the 2nd Inventor's Fair because it's legendary. Legendary roll kills it. You sack KCI and you sack. I mean, you're gonna have to dig a lot.
But if you sack, you can't do everything in 1 turn because an Inventor's Fair costs 4 and tap to activate.
Yeah, you're right.
It costs a total of 4 mana and tapping.
It's usually not an issue. It's very interesting.
Ben felt like his best line of play here was to attack David's mana base, be a Ponza-ish deck with his Ancient Dredgers, and it's worked out pretty well for him. Again, he found a line to try to win the game. He's going to discard away a Verdict Catacombs to draw. We'll take a red card. Didn't get the best look at it. He's going to pass it back. David's draw is an Acre Wellspring. Okay.
2 mana intensive. You play the Mox Opal. If he had a Mox Opal, he could sack it. Okay, now I've tricked myself into thinking he has a Mox Opal in his hand.
He's going to draw a card.
He did the Inventor's
Fair. He drew a Mind Stone.
All right, now we're going.
That's artifact number 3.
I wonder if he's better off just sacking the Ichor Wellspring and then playing the Mind Stone off the mana to draw a card.
Just to take a little deeper?
I don't think Inventor's Fair is a way. He has 2 turns to draw some really good cards. I don't think I can count on this other Inventor's Fair activating. Here's another food for thought. He could pass the turn, and he's not dead yet because he can Nature's Claim his own artifact.
Correct. David's going to play again. He's got a Legend Rule. He's going to play 2 mana. Here comes a Mind Stone.
I think that's the line we're going for. We're going to Nature's Claim our Ichor Wellspring. So, barring any other hasty Durgans.
But even then, it's going to be enough to give David another turn.
Yep.
Ben's going to plus Arkin. He's going to pitch this Wood of Foothills. He's going to draw.
It's too quick.
Hard.
That's another land.
Another Wood of Foothills. He writes 1 Wood of Foothills with another. Benjamin drawing the lands. He's attacked 4. David down the 4. But again, David has 2 turns.
Yeah, so yep.
Ben does not know that yet.
Now he's going to gain a life, which also gives him another turn.
That is true.
Without having to do anything.
KCI number 3. Not
third KCI.
Not ideal. He still can't. He can activate Inventor Sphere this turn. He has 3 lands and a Mind Stone. That's 4 mana. But at that point, what do you get? Because you're sacrificing Inventor Sphere too.
It's the yeah. So I'm still doing it. Yeah. He's gonna give himself 1 more turn.
Well, he's got 2 more turns still. Because he's at 5. He takes 4 down to 1, and then he has the ability to gain 4 off the Nature's Claim. It's like an Arbor Elf off the draw for Ben.
I'm not gonna do it.
That's gonna be the 5th point of damage in theory.
But to answer your question, I'll get a Scrap Trawler. That's what he can
a Thunderbreak Regent the draw.
Not what he's looking for. All right, put him to 1. Cross your finger.
He's going to play Thunderbreak. Of course, Thunderbreak Regent means if David were to target any of Ben's dragons, he's going to take a bolt to the face. David goes to 1. If you're Ben, you just play the Arbor Elf.
I mean, if you had a way to interact, you've already played it. I mean, you're not really fooling anybody. All right, so now he's just going to search for...
Draw a card is a star. Or a spear.
Sphere, yeah.
Star, spear, same thing.
No.
No?
Actually, very similar but different. Same but different.
Doesn't star draw the card, sphere does not?
One has the wording when it's put in a graveyard. And we're good. When it's put in the graveyard, draw a card. The other one is you have to sack and draw a card.
Almost the same thing.
Yeah, but they actually just work different in how the deck is. One's strictly better for the deck. One's worth $8 and one's worth like nothing.
Which one's which?
The star's the star's the trigger. That's the good one.
See for David, what do you do here?
I'm gonna go get Scrap Trawler and dig.
You just go dig and hope for the best because this is it.
He can go down the chain a couple times. He can go 2 to 1 to 0, 2 to 1 to 0. And he has another KCI, so he can actually go all the way down the chain if he gets a Scrap Trawler. Yep, he's going to activate Inventor Sphere. He also has a star they can play out for 1 mana, which is also going to net him 2 mana. Yep, get Scrap Trawler. Yeah, KCI is probably going to win this turn. He has a lot of looks, so it's not 100% sure, but it's looking good. Or to lose this turn, no other outcomes.
Yeah, pretty much. That's it.
Look, he could have boarded in Fog. We don't know.
This is not standard. Fog's not prevalent in Modern. Not like standard.
He's getting the 3rd mana from his land. Yep, you get a life. And Scrap Trawler. Alright, now we're going to start off by sacking Ichor Wellspring, getting back a Spell Bomber 1-drop. Yep, so draw a card. Oh, Star's just... Yeah, Star's the same.
Draws a Grove, so he's got what? Nature's Claim, land, KCI.
It's binary. Coincidentally, also, David could... The power could go out at the store, and it could be a draw.
That's Opal has another Scrap Trawler.
Scrap Trawler.
Here we go.
Opal, of course, is a free 3 mana. Opal's better than Dark Ritual, confirmed.
Any deck list would be on TopDeckProductions.com. Deck lists are not required for this event, but we try to get them as much as possible. If there's anyone in particular you want to see, we'll do our best to get it for you.
Draws Beardrune. Has David played a land this turn? I do not believe so.
He did. He played a Grove.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Yes.
Ben joking about David asking, "Can I eat sport away?" The answer would be no. You can't make 5. See, I didn't think he played a land. So Baron Rune. Yeah.
I thought he did play a land.
I don't think he did. Yeah.
Pretty sure he did play a land.
I don't think he did. Anyways. So I was gonna. He didn't play land. Yeah. Sildra agrees with me. All right. So he's just gonna go down the chain, rinse, repeat, get Star, get Terrarian, because that one actually, when it goes to graveyard, you actually draw a card. So he's just stacking these superfluous cards to the left. False KCI can E for 5. Yes, technically it can. It can make all 5 colors of mana. That'd be impressive. He didn't. Rob disagrees with you too. Jake's watching a replay.
I think he just moved the Grome Willer. And that's what confused me there.
Has been in turn.
Yeah, he had the Grome at the bottom of the table and moved it to the top of the table.
Confirms Scumlords.
No one's a Scumlord here. No one's a Scumlord.
Right, now it's over because he
has a Mirror Retriever. Yeah, this game's all over.
Because he sacked the KCI. I'm going to cast a Sacred Wellspring, I'm going to hold priority, and I'm going to sack everything.
Is it going to be that combo deck can win the game the exact turn he needed to? I mean, that's why I play Storm. The ability to just take as much damage as you need and wait as long as you can.
Run. So you're a Scumlord. I had KCI E for 4 to get rid of my Leyland of the Void. I bounced before we could activate it, though.
It's a pretty good play there, Earthbound, and ignore what Meadows is saying. Meadows is a scum who is not good at Mario Kart compared to the one and only King, which is yours truly at Mario Kart.
Teddy Jr.'s second that you're a scum.
I don't know you, Teddy. Oh, and you don't know me.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
Are you friends with him on Facebook?
Isn't he Daniel Pendergrast?
Maybe. Don't say his name. It's Teddy Jr.
I guess I am scum.
All right, that's going to be it for round 1.
So we got David able to win this match 2-0. KCI going out the exact turn he needed to. And again, David missed last week, but he said he's going to go 4-0, 4-0, 4-0.
I believe it.
He has the ability to do it.
So,
you have a conversation topic for this week, don't you?
I do.
I just want to say that I disagree with this conversation topic.
All right,
completely.
All right, so
with that being said, Adam, the stage is yours.
Jake's boring. All right, we're going to do top 5 clowns.
Your list is terrible, by the way.
All right, we're going to do top 5 clowns. Jake doesn't matter. Jake would be number 1, but I'm allowed to be mean. All right, so number 5. Coming at number 5 is Ronald McDonald.
First of all, Sturdy Silence is an okay card, but it just dies to Nature's Claim. It's a hate card that sort of stalls the opponent without killing.
Are we on the dies to Lightning Bolt, dies to Doomblade argument again? Dies to Doomblade.
No, I'm just saying that Sturdy Silence is a good hate card, but it doesn't win you the game.
Yeah, Antifa Law card. I was going to say that, but I felt like not getting political. So number 5. Number 5 is Ronald McDonald's, of course, from the My Lifeblood.
McDonald's.
Where you can get 12 beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions.
The McDonald's fresh beef patties and a quarter pounder are really good now.
I just like the ice cream. It never works. I mean, the machine never works. All right, so coming at number 4 is, for any of you that's kind of older, Bozo the Clown. It was a TV show. I remember watching it. I was in Chicago. It's with Impossible Children's games. Like this cup, it was this cup game where you had to throw ping pong balls in these red solo cups on the floor to teach alcoholism in young children how to play beer pong. It also gave out cases and cases of cookies. So it also contributed to alcoholism and diabetes.
So your lifeblood.
Yes.
I just want to say that Eric the Clown is way better than Bozo. You're stuck living in the 60s, man.
Nobody knows what McDonald's is trash. Don't at me. You shut your face. All right, coming at number 3 is the one we know and love. It's Krusty the Clown. Because it's The Simpsons, because they can tell the future. They predicted our Lord and Savior or Overlord Donald Trump. No, shut up, guy. Bozo good. Yeah, Bozo is good.
Does no one get my Seinfeld reference with Eric the Clown?
Nobody knows a guy that appeared on one episode of Seinfeld.
Do you know who played Eric the Clown?
No.
John Favreau.
John Favreau.
Favreau, yes.
I can English.
I can. English.
Coming at number 2 is the Joker, the Clown Prince of Darkness himself, because he's quite funny. And he tries to kill Batman, and Batman doesn't try to kill him, except for in some movies. All right, coming in, do we have any what decks we get next? We'll have to go look. If you have a special request, we'll see if it's out here.
Yeah, we'll get any deck or player you want.
Does anybody have any guesses for what number 1 is? Again, to run back, 5 is Ronald McDonald, 4 is Bozo the Clown, 3 is Krusty the Clown, number 2 is the Joker.
I forget your number 1, actually.
Coming in at number 1, brrr, is Insane Clown Posse.
That's right.
Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope.
That's right. This person.
Because they taught America how to live Fago.
This person did not have Pennywise, did not have Pagliacci, or Eric the Clown. Yeah, you are the number 1 clown.
Look, ICP is a godsend. Look.
Where's Twisted?
As a Homestuck fan, I respectfully disagree.
Where's Twisted?
Nobody cares about, like, bring Bridge Fine here.
I do think we have Bedgemine. Also, I'm going to butcher your name, I'm sorry, Wikusti. If any recommendation to smooth out the transition process for the card, let us know, because while I like the idea of putting the card just straight up on the screen, I don't want it to, you know, take up any space.
No, I need that.
But with that being said,
yeah,
and I highly disagree with all of Adam's clowns. No Pennywise, no Pagliacci, no Eric the Clown.
You're more than welcome to make your own clown, your own clown list. Look, I didn't hear anything better than that. There's no compelling arguments. Adam is trash to bring up KCI. Look, there's no compelling.
I think the number 1 clown.
Arguments for any of those other clowns.
I think the top clown.
ICP. Look, Fago. Like how good and wholesome are Juggalos? The good that they do in the community every single day. Who else is going to buy that shitty face mat, the face paint?
I think that. Hold on here. Hold on.
A wholesome family business. They'd be out of business by now.
I think the biggest clown.
Are you against family businesses in America?
No, I think the biggest clown. You agree with this? Is Magic Online.
I'm not going to go there.
I will. So.
They're not. They're actually really shitty.
For those who don't know,
I'm sure they're actually shitty. I'm just disagreeing with Jake.
Magic Online has been having a little bit of a data breach recently, problems with people getting into other people's accounts and hacking them.
Yeah.
And it's getting to the point now where a bot network is doing more security than the actual client itself. For those who don't know,
that's why you don't keep anything of value.
That too, yes. For those who don't know, a card hoarder found out that someone was trying to sell a person's collection. That was actually done because they were hacked. And they emailed the person saying, "Hi, name. We saw that someone's trying to sell a collection to us on Magic Online." So for those that cannot see chat, Teddy Jr. said exclamation explain quality, and MTG Bot said MTGO is a quality program.
Sub that bot.
For all the things that MTGO does, letting us play full-blown Magic Online, it is not a quality program. Many cards are still bugged, and they're doing nothing to help with the data breach that people are having. And like every time I try to want to play Magic Online, I'm reminded that Magic Online is not a good platform.
Yeah.
And it stinks. It is flat out the best way to test for tournaments, is play Magic Online. Grind out Magic Online.
How about be better at Magic so better players respect you and test with you?
I don't like that, though. Like, because then, like, the Robert Meadows tested with some of us and for the Invitational. Look how he did.
Ooh. Also, whenever I watch you guys test, first of all, if you're testing, most of your games should be sideboarded.
Yes.
Because you play most of your games sideboarded. Because math.
But the biggest thing is, the Magic Online meta, as I've said before, and will always say till the end of time, is always light years ahead of the paper meta.
It is, but it's also inbred because everybody plays the flavor of the week. So you can shoot up, you can go play Magic Online in 5 rounds in a row, you might play the Bridgebot deck. Or when Tron was, I remember I played like Tron like 12 out of 15 matches once.
Thank you, Messiel, for the follow. Appreciate you for tuning in tonight. Just don't play Modern, then.
Arena's garbage.
Arena is... I like what it's trying to do, but Hearthstone does it way better.
I like that a company that's struggling to put out one digital project...
is doing 2 now.
It's doing 2 now. They had to outsource Magic Online. That's all I'm going to say, though, because I hate Jake.
I just don't get...
Beyblade is the future.
I just don't get why.
Have you ever let it rip? Have you ever let it rip? Do you know about Metal Fusion? Have you not seen Beyblade?
No.
Who are you?
I am the king at Mario Kart. I'm actually going to be streaming some Mario Kart on my own channel, Hopeless, HOP3LESS, on Thursday.
Go home and practice Beyblade. How are you ever gonna be a master? What if Silder with a follow? Thank you. Beyblade is tops. Yeah, Beyblade is awesome. Beyblade is Bay. Bay's a word, Jake. I
have nothing more
Eric
to
the Clown
say
sucks.
to that. Eric the Clown was wronged by George Costanza. He should have
season 3 of
season 5.
Season 5. How many seasons were there?
9.
9 seasons. He was on 1 episode.
Yes, season 4, 5, 6, and 7 are all top tier television. Don't at me.
Seinfeld is a good, wholesome family comedy.
But it's not a family sitcom. So with that being said,
how to get rid of bride-to-bees.
I want to thank you each and everybody that followed us during round 1. Don't forget, if you want to support us, you can subscribe here directly on Twitch. If you have Amazon Prime, you get the free Twitch Prime sub each and every month, as long as you link up your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. And don't forget our Patreon page at patreon.com/TopTipProductions lets you be a full supporter of the stream. Let's just have commentary each and every night. Let's just keep the hardware updated as well. We're going to get a camera back here so you can see our handsome faces, and we're going to start doing some giveaways too. We're going to give away some Commander products soon, each and every week, starting next week, I believe.
Yeah, if you're not lazy. Yeah. Shots fired.
So starting next week, we're going to start giving away some Commander 18 decks. One of the 4 decks each and every week for 4 weeks.
How can I win said deck, Jake?
Well, stay tuned. Facebook.com/TopTipProductions for more details. But I do know that if you want to win, you got to tune in.
Robert just said he wants your ass. Jake is speechless and he's crying right now because he's so happy.
Robert, I destroyed you in Mario Kart, so I think I own your ass. So with that being said, we're taking a little bit of a break. We got 10 minutes left in round number 1. Again, let us know in the chat if there's any players or decks you want to see. We'll put them on camera. We'll keep you up to date as to how league members are doing after the first round. With that being said, we'll see you in just a bit.
All right, Teddy, you're out of the drawing. No crap product for you. Also, because Teddy's out, we can finally give away that Gruul Island. Suck it, nerd.